experiment we're standing in front of is funded by the Department of Agriculture, Water and Environment, and it's part of the Future Drought Fund program. But the experiment we're looking at today is on plant establishment, and the greater project is about improving ground cover in drought-prone environments. So the aim of this experiment is to evaluate novel genetic and management establishment strategies across multiple soil types that improve establishment under autumn drought. So the genetics we're looking at are the standard scepter type varieties and comparing them to breeding lines that have a long coleoptile. And a long coleoptile means that they can be sown at depth and emerge from a greater depth. The shallow sown treatments were sown at 5 centimetres and the deep sown treatments were sown between 11 and 12 centimetres. And they were sown on the 5th of May. There was greater moisture at the 10 to 20 centimetre depth. With the 5 centimetre still had moisture, but it was drier than at the depth. But we had a rain event soon after sowing. What we found is that the plant establishment was greater earlier for all the deep sown treatments compared to the shallow sown treatments, but by the 16th of June, plant numbers were equivalent for both shallow and deep sowing, and that was because of the greater moisture at depth. At this site, there's been a early biomass penalty with deep sowing, but it will be at harvest time when we see the yield and separate the yield components that we can work out if there's a deep sowing penalty. So I see the greatest benefit of this work, deep sowing with long coleoptile cultivars, being when there is a really late seasonal break and combined with high summer fallow rainfall. The cultivars here are they're longer. So Greg Grabetsky's cultivars can emerge from 10 centimetres. Whereas the available long coleoptile cultivars are sort of more medium. Yeah, so these are ultra long coleoptile. Yeah. But as a comparison to see what happens when we deep sow a legume, we also deep sowed vetch, and we haven't seen any yield penalty or emergence difference with the vetch that's been deep sown.